Right, today, a little bit different. Not doing that. Not doing that. Not. Shall I? No, I'm not doing the Gixxer. New tyre to go on the V Strom. I've got half day off work. It's a Monday. And it's quite accidental because I booked the whole day off, forgot all about it, and went into work. Madness. So I've got half day today and half day tomorrow. But I need to get this tyre off because it's down to its wear marks. And previous owners squared it off quite nicely. Because as you possibly know, this is fairly new to me, this bike. Yeah, chain's not too bad to be honest, for the abuse it's taken, but yes, it's got to come off. So, first thing to do is, they didn't want that coming loose. Christ almighty. That's unbelievable. There's no way that's just 100 Newton meters. I think that was almost double what it needed to be. Right, take the tensioners off. Just get the hammer. Okay, so that's the wheel off. That doesn't feel particularly nice, but it's not rattling. It's well greased. I think I should have taken the brake caliper off its mounting first, but we'll sort that on the way in. The axle itself is very dry. Yeah, it definitely needs something on it. Signs of red grease around the thread, which means whoever's done it last has put red grease on the rubber bits. It should be all good. Bit of grooving on the spacers, but nothing serious. Bearings all turn nice. That one don't look too bad. Yeah, that's all good. Nice bit of white grease in the back there, so that's definitely been looked after. And again, inner bearings nice. If anything, the sleeve between's a little bit tight, but I've put some grease between the two. All the it's not a viscous coupling, is it? What's it called? Cush drive all looks good. Can't see any noticeable cracks or collapsed bits of rubber, so that's all good. Right, I've got to take my fancy valve off. That's part of the tyre pressure monitoring system, so you have to wind back that nut and then you can take the cap off as per normal. And then I need to take the valve out. it's at this point I'm thinking I probably should have done a burnout with that. Oh well. Right, tyre changing tool. Okay, it's only the second time I've used it, so there's a couple of bits I forgot where they went. So, break the bead, get this up in position, just on the edge so it doesn't break your tyre. Not your tyre, your wheel. And at the moment, I don't need the pegging, I need to turn it. That's off one side, let's flip it over, break it off the other bead. Right, that's the bead off. Now, want that in there, like that, and then I don't want, what do I want? I don't want that, I want that. Like that, and then that. Handle goes in there, and then this goes on here. I'm going to put a load of soap on it first. And then get the tyre up, get this thing into the edge of the rim, like that, and then bar the tyre onto that sounds easy. See my knuckles getting smashed here, a bit more longer tyre irons. Okay, so part of the tyre had gone back on the bead, which meant it wasn't in its thinnest part of the wheel to allow more this side to pop out, but it's out, which is the main thing. Right, so now I've just got to go around that and take the tyre off. So the previous owner definitely did a lot of straight up miles compared to the cone shape of the new one. You can see just how flat that is, and it did tend to flop into bends. But having said that, it's done me alright. But the new one will do me better. Hopefully. Let's get rid of that. Over there. Unwrap this. Unwrap this. Put some soap around the edge and wang it on. Checking the direction of rotation. The disc is this side. So the wheel would be like that, going that way, which means it goes this way. So where's my arrow? Where's my directional arrow? Never the side you want it. Oh, there you go. That's got to be directional rotation there, isn't it? Rear. Yeah, there you go. So you got the arrow there saying rear and pushing you that way. And as I say, it's exactly the same size. People were saying you could get a bigger one on there or a wider one on there, and I didn't want to. So it's another 150/70 ZR17, and as I say, it's a Michelin Pilot Road 4. There you go, Pilot Road 4. Marvellous. Loads of fun. Okay, that's the tyre on. So, what I've heard from a lovely gent who also does, oh, I didn't tighten that belt very well, who also does motovlogging, called Calm Biker, who was the one, he didn't make me get this, but the inspiration was there, and he just tipped me over the scale, so I bought one. And he was saying in one of his last videos that this soap, and he didn't sound 100% sure, but I like the theory behind it. This soap apparently, if you leave it on the inner edge, if there is any slight nicks or crannies or whatever, and I do make very slight, there's a chance that it will seal it, because it sort of sets like soap does. Soap does go hard, but that's it, it's on. And as I say, the peg, which I thought was the handle for spinning that round, is not. It's the peg to hold the wheel still, but when you're breaking the bead, it's the handle for it. Well, it is now. It is in my world. So that's on there. So now I need to start the compressor up, put some air in it, and then this time, unlike the booster, I'm actually going to balance it before I put it back on. And I don't know whether you can see, but there's already quite a few weights on there. What's that? 10, 20, 30, 45. There's another 10 up here. So 55 grams of weight on there, and nothing on the other edge. Oh well. Obviously it doesn't make that much of a difference that I'm going to notice, because I've been riding with the other tyre with all that extra weight one side, and that hasn't made any difference, so good enough. Alright, just move that out of the way. Try and keep dropping you. Try not to keep dropping you. Right, compressor on. Let that come up to pressure. That's not it. Got with the fat cable, there you go. That's noisy. This all would be a lot easier if I had a garage. But that has taken me roughly about 40 minutes to take the wheel off and swap the tyre. So it's not a massive time consuming thing. It's just I need, at the moment, having such a small shed, I need to strip everything down and pack it away, whereas if I had a bigger shed or even a garage, there's a dream, I'd be able to leave it all set up. Right, throw some air in it first and then give it a go. My bubbles moved a bit. Let's put some air in it first. Yeah, I don't know if everyone puts the valve in first or whether you blow it up onto the, to pop it onto the bleed, pop it onto the bead first. Anyway, that's the valve in. I'm going to put a right angle valve on it so I can get the airline on it properly, and then pump it up. Just checking that this outer edge here, I don't know if you can see it, there's sort of a little raised bit right next to the rim, just making sure that's even all the way round. And it does look good. Just check the other side again. Yeah, that all looks good. Good even spacing all the way round. So, now balancing. Well, bring it back down to the pressure it needs to be at, which is, I don't know what it is. Where's your handbook when you need it? Yeah, anyway, let's let it down. Right, that's at about 39 pound of pressure, and I will double check that before I hit the road. I know the sporty tyres, they do sort of 42, I think I have in the back of my Hayabusa. Is it 36, 42? Yeah, I don't know. I'm useless at this, but yeah, as I say, I will double check that, but that's at 39 at the moment. Nice even number. So let's take that valve out. That will lose a bit more, not a lot, and put the other valve on. Just so it's set up as it's going to be on the bike. I don't think that's going to add much to the weight of the whole thing, but you never know, it might change things. Tighten the little nut up. Where's my 12? Okay, now let it go, see where we land. It is looking like there's far too much weight in one place on this. I never had any wobble on the Michelin Anarchy. Yeah, let's definitely drop into the weights for the weights to be at the bottom. As I say, there's, was it 30, 40, 55 grams of weight there. That's quite a lot of weights. It's definitely turning far too fast, and it really wants to put them weights pretty much at the bottom. Let's just slow that down a bit. Save us a bit of time. Not a lot. Yeah, it's definitely putting all them at the bottom. Is that a whole strip? Almost looks like someone's put a whole strip of weights on there. Amazing. Right, I'll take one of the 10s off and see what that gives me. I won't bore you with all this, but that's 15 grams taken off, and it still wants to go back to the same place, so I'll keep going with that, and then I'll let you know what I'll finish up taking off. Okay, so I think I'm somewhere near. I've taken off most of the old weights, 10, 20, 30, 45. I left the odd one on. These ones were around this area. So yeah, I've taken off 45, and I've added 25, 15 this side and 10 the other. And it seems to be quite happy with anywhere you put it. And if you start, let's slow that down a bit. If you start rolling it, it comes to a gentle stop. And there's always, I don't know why, but there's always that slight turn back on this. There you go, ever such a slight turn back, but wherever you roll it, slow down. Wherever you roll it, it's quite happy staying there. So I'll take the masking tape off and obviously stick them there, and then stick it back on the wheel. Stick it back on the wheel. Stick it back on the bike. Idiot. Okay, now it's time to get the wheel back on. So first of all, I've got to grease everything up. Bit of red on the rubber dust caps, and then I think a bit of white lithium right along the axle. That should do it. Okay, there you go. One Pilot Road 4 on the V Strom. Let's get that brake working. There we go. That's better. That's better. Sounds better with a bit of drag noise. But yes, tyre changed, balanced. What I always forget is to take the bloody brake caliper off before I take the wheel off. And the wheel drops out fairly easy, even with the brake caliper still in place. But to actually get it back into position with the brake caliper there, and then when it's off, it's awkward to undo all the nuts and bolts and all the rest of it. So I will learn one day. So that was a bit of faffery, but I don't know what the time is now, about 2:30, I think, and it's 2 hours, which it was about 40 minutes to swap the tyre over, take it off and swap the tyre over. So with the cleaning it up and balancing and everything, that's what's taking the time, and obviously putting it back together. Hopefully I've done a good job and I won't get any wobbles on the way to work tomorrow. And it's meant to be peeing hard, so new tyre in the wet, scary days. But there you go. Again, that's my Max 2H Evo 2 tyre changing tool used in operation. I've stuck myself a new tyre because that old Anarchy, that's no good, and stuck on a Pilot Road 4. We'll see how that behaves. Thanks for watching.